Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and in today's video we're looking at my Descent of Dragons wild Theorycrafts for the upcoming Hearthstone expansion. First up we have Mech Hunter. We've got one new card being ran in this list, a Dragonbane, 4 mana 3/5 mech. After you use your hero power, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. So this has nice synergies with the deck because one, it's a mech. 3/5 is difficult for many decks to deal with, and just getting that extra 5 damage, whether it's to control board or just to go face as his enemy, not minion, it has some really nice synergies in Mech Hunter. Next up we have Mech Handoff Paladin. The new card being run here is Skyclaw, 3 mana 1/2 mech. Your other mechs have +1 attack, Battlecry, summon 2 1/1 microcopters. So this gives Mech Handoff Paladin a way to be more threatening when they start spreading on the board as opposed to going tall. Being able to have extra attack on your mechs to push face damage or get favorable trades. And one thing to also keep in mind is those 1/1 microcopters are actually 3/1 microcopters while Skyclaw is still on the board. Next we have Odd Paladin. Odd Paladin really struggles against control decks, especially Reno decks. So Bad Luck Albatross might be the card the deck needs. It's a 3 mana 4/3 beast, Death Rattle, shuffle 2 1/1 Albatross into your opponent's deck. This disables the Reno condition until they draw 1 Albatross, or it just gives a control deck a really bad draw. Another new card in this list is Faceless Corruptor, 5 mana 5/4 rush, Battlecry, transform one of your minions into a copy of this. This card is really good at just increasing your board presence. You've got a lot of 1/1 Silverhand recruits on the board. Turning one of those into a 5/4 with rush is quite powerful. But also, this can really help to get some very favorable trades. For example, you might have, say, a 3/3 minion, you trade, it becomes a 3/1, and then you put the Faceless Corruptor on it, turning that 3/1 that's already attacked into a 5/4 that gets an additional trade. So, very valuable. Next is one of many Odd Rogue lists that I've come up with. Our first one is an Anti-Reno Odd Rogue. It's running again the Bad Luck Albatross. It's also running Beneath the Grounds to shuffle 3 spells into your opponent's deck that gives you free 4/4s on the board when they draw them. And we're also running Shadowcaster just to give us additional Albatross, additional Loethebs in some cases, even a Fungal Mancer against aggro, just to give you some more value in your Odd Rogue build. The next Odd Rogue list to look at here is my Galakrond Odd Rogue. So Galakrond the Nightmare, its Battlecry is draw 1 card. This scales up to 2 and 4 once you invoke it enough times, and these cards cost 0. So you can get some pretty bad draws if you unfortunately draw your 1-drops. But if you draw some of your top end, Baku is the best target, even your 5-drops, your 3-drops, you can get a lot of value in your list. To help invoke your Galakrond, we have 2 odd tools available. We've got Seal Fate, 3 mana spell, deal 3 damage to an undamaged character, invoke Galakrond, and we've got Praise Galakrond, 1 mana spell, give a minion +1 attack, invoke Galakrond. Next up we've got Pirate Odd Rogue. So Odd Rogue got a new pirate, no, not just Odd Rogue, just Rogue in general. Bloodsail Flybooter, 1 mana 1/1 pirate, Battlecry, add 2 1/1 pirates to your hand. Now, that is great to get some extra combo enablers, great synergy with Magic Carpet, but because we're going to have a lot more pirates on the board, I think South Sea Captain is a nice fit to have in this specific build. And while we're at it, why not put in a Captain Greenskin just to get as many pirates as possible, as like high value pirates. This specific list could be quite powerful. And the last build of Odd Rogue I want to look at is one of my personal favorites, Random Legendary Odd Rogue. So Rogue got a new tool to help get random legendary minions. Dragon's Horde, 1 mana spell, discover a legendary minion from another class. This is the first time where we can actually discover a legendary minion. And so we're going to go all in on the random legendaries here. We're running Face Collector. Face Collector lets us get legendary minions in our hand, and it has Echo. We've got Brightwing to Battlecry, give us a legendary minion. And while we're at it, let's just put in a Sonya Shadow Dancer. It's a really fun card. You might be able to get a whole pile of, you can play Sonya and even just play Swashbuckler a whole bunch to get a bunch of random cards. Just a lot of fun. This is probably the memeiest list, but definitely the most fun one to try out. Speaking of random legendaries, we've got my take on Even Shaman, the random legendary version. So Transmogriphia, fun to say, 2 mana 2/3. Whenever you draw a card, transform it into a random legendary minion. So your hope here is to draw your low end and not your high end. Turning a Sea Giant into a legendary minion is kind of sad, so you got to get a little lucky. But to fit with the random legendary theme, we also have my favorite, Weaponized Pinata, to help us get more random legendaries in our Even Shaman build. If you'd like a more competitive take on Even Shaman, we've got my spell damage Even Shaman. So we've got this new dragon for Shaman, Squall Hunter, 4 mana 5/7 dragon, spell damage +2, overload 2. So I've chosen to replace Flame Wreath Faceless with this card. I don't think it's good to have 4 drops with overload 2. I think it's too clunky. So I like having the Fire Guard Destroyer and the Squall Hunter as our big beefy 4 drops. And so, we've got Crackles, we've got Jade Lightning in the list just to get some extra spell damage. I only like running 1 Jade Claws and 1 Lickham just to have some flexibility in what we're going to do. But this specific build might turn out to be pretty good. And last of all, we have Pirate Warrior. Warrior got a ton of pirate support, and what I've specifically done with this list is I've taken the stock optimal Pirate Warrior list that you typically see on a lot of the Meta Report sites, and I've just put in all the new cards. This may not be the optimal build, but it's definitely something to try out. So the 3 new tools that specifically Warrior got was a Sky Raider, 1 mana 1/2 pirate, Battlecry, add a random pirate to your hand. We've got Enkar, which is a 3 mana 2/3 weapon. After your hero attacks, draw a pirate from your deck. And we've got Skybarge, 3 mana 2/5 mech. After you summon a pirate, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So I'm running the Ship's Cannon and the Skybarge, so you can really get crazy with the pings. You've also got a neutral card, so all classes can use this, Parachute Brigand, 2 mana 2/2 pirate. After you play a pirate, summon this minion from your hand. So you can imagine the absurdity if you manage to have, let's say you're on the coin, and you've got N'Zoth's First Mate, and you've got 2 Sky Raiders in your hand, and Patches is in your deck, and maybe you've got some other big pirate, if you're on the coin, maybe South Sea Captain. You play your 1-drop, and you get a horrendously crazy board. I mean, that's a big high roll, but also you could high roll that with a Ship's Cannon on 2, maybe a Ship's Cannon on 2, coin, 1-drop. Pirate Warrior is definitely going to be moving up in the tier lists. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watching this video all the way to the end. If you'd like to try out any of these decks, all of the deck codes are in the description below. If you want to support the channel, you can click that subscribe button, click the notification bell to know when the next video is live, drop a comment, drop a like, and until next time, hope to see you again.